Talks. A very good evening to you. It's just gone 24 minutes past 7 o'clock. I'm James Max in for Petri Hoskin. Now, don't forget that after 8, the LBC Parliament reconvenes, and we'll be discussing the Queen's speech with you. But first, 1 in 5 kids are a victim of cyber bullies, and today another story. A vicar and his wife have said that they forgave the 2 teenage girls who bullied their adopted daughter. So, do you think that we need to have extra steps to stamp out bullying? 0845 60 60973 is the number to call. And joining me now is Louise Burfitt-Dons. She is Director of Act Against Bullying. A very good evening to you, Louise.
Hello to you, James. I hope you've got a good line. I'm down here at Westfield Shopping Centre, so forgive a little bit of noise in the background.
Absolutely. Now, with these stories in the news that bullying continues, both in the real world and the cyber world, what steps do you think that either government or parents or individuals can do to stamp it out?
Well, starting, first of all, with parents, I've been down here all day at Westfield promoting our CyberKind campaign. I think a lot of parents don't know very much about the internet, and their first reaction if they think there's a problem is to sort of ban it, which is not really the best way forward.
And so, if, for example, you've got kids and you are trying to stamp out the bullying and you are aware that your kids use the internet, what steps do you think you need to tell your children to take in order to perhaps reduce the risks?
Okay, I think the thing that I would advise parents is, first of all, if they think that their children are having a problem online, ask your children to talk to the parents about the problem and say to them, look, don't worry, we're not going to cut you off the net or stop you using the computer as a result, because that's one reason that's come over very clear why young people don't report cyberbullying. They're too nervous that their parents will overreact because we don't really know how cyberbullying begins and we know how it can progress. So that would be the first thing that I would advise, not to be too scared about it, but to learn a little bit more about the internet. A lot of parents some of them don't even know how to switch on a computer. So that would be my first piece of advice for them.
And the other thing is that with news today that Bebo have said that they're going to apply this panic button into their site. Bebo, of course, a social networking site. Do you think that sites like Facebook and MySpace should adopt the same policy to have this panic button inbuilt?
I think, yes, that sounds like a good idea. One thing that's been coming across today, I've been here with some volunteers from Act Against Bullying. Nearly everybody, all the young people, have switched to Facebook. It's become the in-site, away from some of the others. And I know that Facebook hasn't agreed to this sort of panic button. Even if it's not used, I think it's very good for them to have a look at it. There are also a couple of practical suggestions that seem to have come forward today, indeed from young people, a couple of 16-year-olds I've been talking to. And a lot of them are quite savvy that with Facebook in particular, apparently you can message somebody on Facebook without being connected to them. So that's the sort of thing, advice that I'm getting back from young people, that, for example, if Facebook were to stop that, so that you could only message somebody if you knew them, I think that would help in, one small way. I mean, I'm getting some brilliant suggestions coming through.
Absolutely. And just finally from you, where can people find out more about Act Against Bullying?
On the internet, our website is www.actagainstbullying.org. So if they log on to Act Against Bullying, they can trace us back from there.
That's fantastic. Louise Burfitt-Dons, Director of Act Against Bullying, thank you very much indeed.